I have to advertise where I got this lift from. Rough Country had this lift. I'm not getting paid for this by any means. I'm just wanting to shout out to the great deal I got with a combination of things. So Rough Country had this lift for 2,700. They also had the taxes, and it came out to a little bit over 2,900 shipped to me. I called Lifts for Less. First, I got on Lifts for Less website, and they had it on sale for 24. So already, we're $300 less than what the Rough Country had it listed for, which is, $300 in my pocket, right? So then once I added to the shipping cart, I noticed that it did not add tax to it. And I was like, oh, okay, so, no tax. So then it didn't pay, I didn't have to pay for shipping. So I was like, okay, that's great. That's a great deal. But just let me call and just make sure all these things look good. So I called Lifts for Less, spoke to a guy named Mark. He got me the numbers that we looked at online, and I did ask, do you all offer any additional discounts? Since I'm on the phone with someone, I might as well ask. He gave me an additional discount, so I ended up getting it for close to 23. I know a lot of people frown on this, but I paid for this with my 0% interest Chase credit card, and I got like 4% cashback points on it. When you take the 4% off, the deal on the lift was like $2,100. So, yeah, couldn't pass it up. If you have a situation to where you can use something like that, I'm never recommending anyone use a credit card or go into more debt on something that they're paying on just to meet a fad. So thank God that my wife and I are able to afford our trucks and to do things we want to do with our trucks. But if you're not in that financial position, just don't make that bad financial decision and buy a truck that costs a lot of money and then have loans out on parts on the trucks. That's just never a good idea to do. So, big shout out to Marks at Lifts for Less. Big shout out to Gary's Auto for installing both the lifts on my trucks and doing a great job. Big shout out to Brian Bliss at 319 Designs. I mean, there's been a lot of moving parts to help get my truck together, my truck and my wife's truck together to where we want it to be. God bless, fellas and ladies.
Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.
Hey everyone, it's Kenny with Juicy F150s coming at you today with another quick video. Nothing really crazy, just going to go over my review of the Rough Country lift that we got on the blue truck right here and just give you some of my thoughts and comparisons compared to the Superlift. It's not going to be anything too crazy, but when I did get the Rough Country lift on mine, there wasn't too much information about it, not too many reviews, so I'm going to be one of the ones who help you all out when making the decision of. Also in this video, we're going to be switching off the Rough Country decals. I had some custom made by a guy on the F150 group on Facebook. Name is Brian Bliss. Big shout out to him for coming up with some great quality product for me. His company, or the package I got in the mail, came from a 419 Designs. So if you have any questions and need him to do something for you, look him up on the Facebook groups, F150 Mafia, Brian Bliss. All right, so here go my two trucks. For those of you all who have not followed my channel yet or anything, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. You'll see future videos of me comparing, doing modifications, and doing different things to my two trucks. Well, to the two trucks. My wife always corrects me when I say that. The black one here is my truck. 2016 F150 EcoBoost, right here hers. The lightning blue 2018 F150 EcoBoost. Both of them have some differences. Both of them have similarities. Aftermarket headlights. Got a Ford color matched grill in there with the honeycomb lower. We already have the honeycomb lower into this here. What we're going to do is probably be color matching the front Ford grill here soon. Morimoto's in the blue lightning, Anzo's with the retrofit, G5R projectors and Phillips bulbs in the 16. Both of them are sitting on 22 by 10 Hostile Alphas here, and on a 285/55 22 Nito Terragrappler G2s with a negative 25 offset. And over here we have the fuel contras, the same 22 by 10 with a negative 19 offset. 285, 55, 22 Nito tear grappler G2s on these as well. But just a quick look at the two trucks. Similarities, differences, you'll see them. So this video is going to be basically deciding which lift is for you. Over here we have the Superlift 6-inch Superlift. It came with the front spacers. I mean, most of them come pretty much the same. Front spacers, blocks, and your decision of rear shocks that you want. Over here for about $1,100, I got it on sale. You couldn't beat the price. It definitely puts the truck up in the air. It doesn't cost much money to get the truck up in the air. I don't have any problems with the truck. Didn't have any comfort issues with the truck, no problem. I love the truck. Handles like a truck, does what it should do. I am going to be hauling a, 16-foot trailer with my Razor on the back. It does have airbags on the back. It does have a tuner on it. MPT tunes with the performance tune and the toe tune and the 87 Eco tune. But you can't go wrong with this tune for the price. Had it installed by a local guy, Gary's Auto in Moorfield, West Virginia. Price was really reasonable. I'm not going to throw his prices out there. If you want him to give you a quote, just give him a call. He'll let you know what he can do and what he can't do. Very upfront guy. Won't take jobs that he can't do, and will be honest about what it's going to cost and what you're going to work with. So that's what a $1,200 lift plus install is, or $1,100 in that area. Now over here we have the Rough Country Vertex Coils. They did give me a little bit more lift in the front. So I'm about 1.5 inches higher in the front on the blue Lightning than we are the black. The rears sit about the same. The 16 has a very slight rake in the front. I think it might be a 3/4 inch difference, to where the 18 has a reverse. It's about 3/4 inch higher. So I guess the plan is to see if it settles itself over the next, couple months, 1,000 miles or so. And if it does, that's good. If it doesn't, we're just going to have them readjust it to make the truck sit completely level. If not, it's not really much of a difference. Like I said, it's only about 3/4 inch, difference, but you can't really tell. Maybe right here at this video on the camera angle, you probably could, but So this lift is $2,700 from Rough Country, plus install. The install was a little bit more because we had to do a couple different things with the truck. Took a little bit more time. Had rear wheel wells in the truck. Had to take those off, make a little trim to them. They put the Rough Countries on. Adjusting them was a little bit different, trying to get them adjusted and mounted. Overall, they run great, no problems. Today, we've had this truck for 1 week, and the 1 week of having this truck was my first day of taking it for a drive. My wife had driven the truck and stated that she likes the feel of it, so today, this morning, while she was at work, I decided to take the truck to drop my kids off to school. Now, you can't go wrong with the Superlift with the Belstein shocks in the rear. I mean, it runs good. I'm gonna say it runs good. The Rough Countries feel completely different. We live on a gravel road here, gravel driveway. Just going down the road before we hit the pavement, you can notice less feedback in the truck. So if you had a set of sunglasses sitting on the dash, you might hear the sunglasses rattle in the in the black 16. You won't notice that in the blue. Feedback going over top of railroad crossings, just going over things, it soaks up bumps a whole 10 times better. I mean, like I'm being said though, nothing at all wrong with the Superlift, just that the Blue Lightning with the rough countries, it's a coilover system, so it's supposed to have a difference. One of the things that was advertised is the fact that you can adjust the coils. So right here, the Vertex coils are installed. We have them set on setting 1, right? So they're pretty soft. Turning them is not as easy as you would think, but they are adjustable by hand. So got a little bit past 1. As you see, like I said, it's cold, but almost into the click of click 2. But I'm going to just go back to 1. There's no need for me to have it at click 2. Just showing you that it does turn. You hear that little click that it's in 2. My wife was not able to adjust them by hand. So when she went back to the shop to have everything retorqued and the lug nuts, she did have them change it from 2 to 1 with the suspension. Let's see if the rears are any easier. Like I said, we had the rough country wheel wall lines installed. They had to do a little trimming to be able to easily be able to access this. But like I say, right here, these change easily. Yeah. 2.5 inch piggybacks on the rear. Less feedback. Going 60 miles an hour down the road in a turn. You know how you do that little bounce onto a bridge? No feedback. It bounces onto the bridge and keeps going. The 16 does a little shimmy. So gotta get the Morimoto tails, flush mounts. Got the lights. Well, the lights. The flush mount lights. Got the F150 decals on it. So underneath here, we're going to get the wheel well liners as well, just to clean it up. I mean, they got this tan, look underneath here. The Bilstein shocks are good. I mean, they're not adjustable, not anything fancy, but they do soak up a good bit of what's going on. Ride great. I mean, they do ride great, and it's hard to explain how something rides great. But at the same point in time, you're debating on putting rough country coils and piggybacks on the opposite truck as well. Yeah. But that's just my quick rundown on it. I'm gonna go in the house real quick and show you the decals that I had got from Brian Brothers, and then I'll take some pictures of before and after with those on the truck. And let me know what you think. All right. Now, these are the stickers that I had him made. He made sure he took his steps to make sure nothing was copyrighted or had any issues with it. So we went with just a Vertex blue here. It does have this frosting look over it because it is another layer of film that is here to protect it. So once we get these in the truck, that will be gone. Couldn't do the rough country because it is copyrighted, patent, or whatever you want to call it. So we just went with the rough country on the top. The same for the bottom. We didn't want to do the word rough country. We couldn't do it, so I just wanted to put 8-stage adjustable shocks. The shocks themselves do have enough advertisement of being rough country. I just wanted to get rid of some of the red. As we see, I do have extra labels. So, extra decals. So, if I get them on there, I don't like them on one side, I'll just take them off and put the other ones back on, and we'll figure it out. But like I said, Brian, his products looks great. Very reasonable, answers his messages great. Can't go wrong with that. All right, so this is the end of the video pretty much. I'm going to take some before and after pictures. You let me know what you think. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, share these videos. Do whatever your heart desires. All right, you all have a good one.
This is the end.